All right. Test.
Test.
Test. Three, two.
Welcome back to segment 3 of Convincing Idiots, episode
134.
134. Look at that. We are now at the main event, and this week's main topic is action heroes. Well, our Mt Rushmore of action heroes from a franchise, right?
Yeah, multiple movies.
Multiple
yes.
movies.
Yep.
Okay. So, like everybody has their superheroes out there, whether it be portrayed by Sylvester Stallone or, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Might be Nick's favorite action hero. Mine, personally, would be Aaron Blake, if you ask me.
Of course.
Can I spin a yarn for you? Since we're talking about Aaron Blake, let me tell you about Blake Insurance.
Please.
Blake Insurance is an Erie insurance agency located where? Right here, Barberton, Ohio. They provide auto, home, renters, even business insurance with honesty, decency, and affordability. Erie Insurance is above all else in service. Let me tell you, you want to call 234-571-5359 or visit BlakeInsuranceLLC.com. And when you do that, you're going to get your free, do you believe me? I'm telling the truth, free 5-minute quote today. And if you do, well, you're already part of the idiot, so, but if you do, tell them the idiot sent you.
Excellent.
Thank you. So, also, you're going to have your favorite, but I'm going to have my favorite. But as a collective, the Mt Rushmore of action heroes. Let's get into that. And I really did that spiel just for the read.
I know.
So I ran. I'm like, anyway, I have nowhere else to go after that. All right. So you have your Mt Rushmore. I have mine. I've been reading my notes down here, but let's get them up here in front of me. Easier because I'm an old man now. All right. You want to go first?
Sure. So it's our idiot Mt Rushmore, so we're doing 5 instead of 4 because we're allowed.
And we're idiots.
That's right. My number 1 action movie character across multiple. Now this character's been in 20 movies, 25, maybe 25 movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
So a very long
guess.
running franchise. My favorite character, probably all the way around. About James Bond.
Sure.
Yes. So, obviously everybody knows James Bond, played by multiple actors throughout many years. Everybody has his or her personal favorites. I thought the last, the Daniel Craig's run was fantastic.
Right.
I really liked the darker version of James Bond, but I grew up with Roger Moore in the 80s. It just had different personalities of the actor. They
did, but all of them shared that coolness. Like all of them were the perfect amount of cool to kick ass.
Yes. Right.
And all of them portrayed it, perfectly for their time, I think.
Yeah, it just if you're at least for me anyway, of all thinking about all the action movie characters, if you could imagine as a man, who would you like to be? If you could pick any action star to be and experience the life of
James Bond.
James Bond will be way up there.
Absolutely.
I would have to imagine.
100%.
Just from the whole spy to his ability with women and his knowledge of everything from wine and food and just kicking ass, like you say, license to kill, the whole thing.
He knows how to properly order a drink and steal your girl in one sentence.
That's right.
Come on.
That's right.
Any better?
No, it's...
Well, I'm going to try.
Go ahead.
I mean, not me personally. I'm not much of an action guy. I coughed and I threw out my back. It was awful.
Yeah, you could barely walk and chew gum.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the action stars to people like John McClane,
Yes.
portrayed by Bruce Willis in all of the Die Hard movies. I think he exemplifies what you want to see, especially from people like us or people like me who will throw their back out just by coughing, because he seems like the everyday man.
Yeah.
He's not going to the gym and he's not a special forces unit.
Right.
He is just a cop trying to get through his day, put in extraordinary situations, and he overcame. Maybe some movies got a little wild, but let's focus on the first three, right?
Yeah.
John McClane is again. Mine's not in best to worst, random order. Mt Rushmore, Bruce Willis as John McClane.
Yeah, great one. And you think about that, it's like he just didn't necessarily look the part.
Right. His hair was receding.
Yeah, I mean, he was good shape, you
Sure.
know, but he did not look like an action movie star in that first movie. And it was, but you're right, man. That's just pulled it off incredible. That is a movie that I watch it every, people argue, is it a Christmas movie or not? Even Bruce Willis himself has said it's not a Christmas movie. But you know what? It has Christmas themes. It's become a tradition.
Right.
I watch it every holiday season. Enjoy it every time.
Absolutely.
So,
and number 3 is underrated. With Samuel L. Jackson.
I can't
It is
remember.
it's a puzzle
such a long
movie
time.
also.
Okay.
Like they have to figure out puzzles and like the buddy dynamic, hatred, buddy, whatever you want to call it, dynamic between the two. I love number 3.
I have to rewatch
Die
that.
Hard with a Vengeance, if I remember that was
sounds right.
the name of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that one.
Okay.
I went to the theater to see, actually.
Yeah, great franchise, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to give you. I love Quentin Tarantino movies. I know you do as well.
Absolutely.
The Bride, Uma Thurman. The Bride, Kill Bill 1 and 2.
And you gave me her full name before.
Yeah, Beatrix Kiddo.
Beatrix Kiddo. What a great name.
Yeah, it's a great name. So when you watch the movie, he's always calling her Kiddo throughout the entire. And didn't realize till later it was her actual name he was calling her.
I did until this moment. I was this year's old.
Yeah, that's right.
Until I
David
realized
Carradine.
that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, just
Kick ass.
yeah. So yeah, she was brilliant in those two movies. So since it was more than one movie, it does constitute as a multiple movie action
100%
character.
agree.
Yeah, I can't think of any, at least not many other female action heroes much better than Uma Thurman in those
You would
movies.
have to go closer to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right?
Michelle Yeoh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know.
And if she was in multiple ones, she would definitely be on that list.
She very well might, as far as martial arts movies, and
Right,
we just
she's
don't
a
know the
badass.
characters. But yeah, so love that. Kill Bill 1 and 2, The Bride.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go, and we might have a little argument, but you might agree with me. I don't know. I'm going to go a young man named Han Solo.
Sure.
Multiple movies. He was the act. I didn't go Luke Skywalker because that was a little more space science fiction.
Yeah.
Han Solo was a little more down to earth based, and the all of the things that he got put into throughout those movies were a little more action star related.
They're sci-fi action movies, Star Wars
Right.
movies. That's yeah.
But he was put into like some events just like John McClane would have been, you know. And he was the everyday smuggler. He didn't go and look to get into the battle with the Empire. He was the everyday guy who got thrown into the situation and thrived.
Sure.
So, Harrison Ford, Han Solo, Star Wars.
No argument here.
All right.
And then we'll just we'll give Harrison Ford another nod in Indiana Jones on my list.
Absolutely.
So, such a cool character. First 3 movies, Dynamite, the Crystal Skull, I think we agree is like, Definitely looking forward to the new one coming out this summer, I think it is.
Absolutely.
Right? Harrison Ford. And you knew he was the same actor as Han Solo, obviously. But he played the roles differently. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't Han Solo wearing a hat.
Star. Like, he's a fucking movie star.
Yeah, he definitely had a whole different personality to Indiana Jones versus Han Solo with his whole demeanor. I always love the dynamic of him being the college professor.
Yeah.
And obviously he was a very intelligent man. I like when he's all
or just
cleaned
to see,
up
like,
and
all
everything.
the girls swooning over him, and he, like, probably doesn't even realize it. It's so good. He's so, again, shrinking. Apple TV, man. You have to watch it. Okay. For him alone.
Sure.
It's a quick 9 episodes season. He's so good. Everything that comes out of his mouth is gold.
Okay. I'll check that out. So, Indiana Jones. So that's 3. Actually, I actually had John McClane as well. So we had an overlap on that one too.
All right.
I did not have Han Solo, but I did have John McClane. So
okay.
What do you got next?
I have got Martin Riggs. Mel Gibson in the Lethal Weapon movies.
Yep. Good one.
Again, he was. I know as a kid watching that, he was like the first action hero that was flawed.
Yeah.
Like, deeply. Like, yes, there's some that have these problems, or they can't get off the booze and they're drinking.
Yeah, it was suicidal.
He was like real life fucked up.
Yeah.
And it helped, yes, in his fighting and stuff, because of not caring and whatnot. But like, he was, especially when that movie came out, like, I was, you're very impressionable at a certain age. And that character resonated with me.
Sure.
Not the whole suicidal part. That came till later. But as a kid, no, that really hit home. I really liked the vulnerability of him and the comedy. Like, he could easily roll the vulnerability into comedic timing easily.
Yeah.
So
it was Danny Glover, right? Who played the other guy?
Yeah, Danny Glover as Murtaugh.
Yeah. Yeah, those guys played really well.
Yep.
They help each other. Yeah.
I have heard rumors that there's another one's coming.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
The money's there.
Money's definitely there.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it. As long as you bring Joe Pesci back, that's all I care about.
I have, again, those movies
Chris
too.
Rock.
That's right.
We have to bring Chris Rock because he was married to, what's his name, Murtaugh's daughter.
Right.
Or at least they were getting married. They could easily explain that they didn't, so.
I haven't watched those in years. And you forget the first one is also holiday themed, set around Christmas time as well. So, yeah, I need to go back and rewatch those.
And with the bad guy being fucking Gary Busey.
That's right.
Come on.
Gosh.
Great movies.
Yeah. Okay. I loved him in the 80s. I went to see him in the theater, sure. I think the whole thing, but yeah. Okay, good one. And so my fifth one, I'll give you Schwarzenegger, The Terminator.
You have 5?
Yeah, so this...
we had an overlap.
We had an overlap.
Yeah.
So I have James Bond, Indiana Jones, John McClane, The Bride, and The Terminator.
Okay.
So, obviously, Schwarzenegger played him in different movies. What's interesting, too, is that the character in itself was different in every movie.
They're not the same entity.
Right, which is very interesting. Obviously, the first... I mean, you all know the movies here. So, that's what made the character even more interesting, was that he's a ruthless killer in the first one, of course. The second one, he becomes the hero.
Right.
And then in the newer one, which I still haven't seen.
You didn't see the dark whatever, but where he was like the old Terminator?
I need to watch it just for the sake of watching it.
No, it was actually not bad.
Yeah, I heard some things that I was like...
I watched some of the other ones that got confusing and like confused the timeline and shit.
Yeah.
But we did go and see the newest one where he's an old Terminator. And it was fun.
Okay. All right. I will go back and watch it.
It was for what a Terminator movie is, and it's easily explained why he's old, because you're like,
Because the skin ages.
Yeah, like they explain
this living
it.
skin over the robot, so the skin ages. Okay, yeah.
He was married.
It's fine.
It's
Which
Terminator.
makes zero sense, but it's okay.
Again, they explain it, and it's you walk away going, all right, why not?
Sure. The skin, I guess, would age and eventually.
And that's the least of your worries with this concept.
Sure. Yeah.
There's some surprises. The rest of the cast is really good.
Okay.
It's a fun action. She comes back.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's badass as always.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you could have put her on that list.
You definitely could.
Because, I mean, she's badass.
Sure. What does that right now to honorable mentions?
There you go. Honorable mentions right there.
So the Terminator. There you go. Schwarzenegger, one of his best characters all the way around. And the first two movies are...
And you find out he has a name. I won't get it. Watch it. You'll enjoy it.
Okay. So that's my 5, and I have honorable mentions. We'll get to those in a minute, though. So what else
I'm down. I'm to 4 here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Harry Callahan. Clint Eastwood as Dirty Harry.
Yeah. Go ahead, make my day.
Right. I mean, talking about icon. I mean, it is not only action, but like just film itself icon.
Yeah.
You don't get much better than Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, you don't really see those type. I don't know, just the grizzled.
Right,
cop
they don't do it
enough.
anymore. They won't do it anymore. Like they can't. Yeah. I mean, with all the social,
all the 44 Magnum,
right, just murdering people on the streets. You couldn't do that today.
No.
Yes, it would be problematic.
Well, again, those started in the 70s, and the 70s had some, just as we said with Slapshot earlier, just some crazy movies in the 70s.
They didn't mind insulting people.
No, they certainly did not.
So,
and then it sort of culminated into it was like mid 80s.
Sure, it went for a long time.
Yeah, I remember going to see the last movie in the theater in the mid 80s. Took a date to that actually, which was a strange choice on my part here, but we had a great time watching it. I was like, oh my God, but I remember seeing it. It was like, oh, it's a Dirty Harry movie,
right?
We gotta go see that.
And she was okay with it?
She was okay with it. We actually dated for a while after that.
Wow. She stuck with it, huh?
Don't know how that happened, but
cut the hole.
Maybe it was Dirty Harry.
Popcorn
barrel. Not quite, but yeah. But yeah, I remember even in the 80s we had the, go ahead, make my day shirts and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, good one. Well, that's your 4th. What's your 5th one then,
my
sir?
5th.
We're probably going to have overlaps in the honorable mentions, I'm sure. Go ahead.
My 5th is Rocky Balboa.
Okay.
That's an action movie. Like, there's a lot of action. I mean,
sure.
Nobody's getting shot or killed, but it's an action movie, sports
action
movie.
Drama. Sure, you could say that.
If Han Solo can be on my list, I think Rocky should be on my list.
Yeah.
Overcoming adversity. Mm-hmm. At one point, he was mentally challenged in one of the movies, and then it disappeared. There was a whole... He went through a whole gamut of life cycles, Rocky did. But no, I love those movies. I consider them action movies. They have every element. There's bad guys that you have to overcome.
Yeah.
There is adversity training. You drop, you fall from grace, death, vengeance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an action movie.
Sure.
I'm going with Rocky. Sylvester Stallone.
The man trained by lifting a hay wagon.
Sure.
I mean, come on.
Right. I trained by lifting 12 ounces.
Ford, I mean, Han Solo wasn't doing that shit.
No.
Nope. Mm-mm. Very good. Okay, so what's your recap? Your 5.
My 5. I have John McClane of Die Hard, Han Solo of Star Wars, Martin Riggs of Lethal Weapon, Harry Callahan of Dirty Harry, and Rocky Balboa of Rocky.
Good. Do you have any honorable mentions?
You say yours, because I want to wait to... Because I want to hear yours first, because I like hearing your voice.
Okay. Well, 2 that it was very close to making my top 5. How about Stallone again? John Rambo.
See, you know what? I honestly was going to put him in place of Rocky, but I wasn't sure I didn't want to. I tried not to do overlaps. So, and I was almost positive that you were going to do Rambo.
Yeah.
So that's why I did not do him.
Yeah, and we've talked about the Rambo movies, and again, I had not watched the Rambo movies all through the 8, which is crazy. Not until last year.
Really?
Yeah, I hadn't seen any of them. So all the 80s, and I thought they were kind of goofy, and the concept at the time seemed goofy. So I sat out and I went through them like in a little stint last summer or fall, wherever it was.
Yeah.
And the first one was, that was not an action-y type. That was a very dramatic movie, as you know. But then it really, took it up a notch and kind of got goofy in the second and third. But they were fun movies.
Well, the first one, the original ending that they filmed...
He got killed, right?
He killed himself.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
But the test audience hated it so much that they went back and reshot it.
Yeah. Well, good for Stallone and his career.
Right.
You're at it, so... Yeah, John Rambo, do you have another...
Now I can give you my honorable mentions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Neo from The Matrix.
Okay, yeah. Sure, Keanu Reeves there too.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely.
He is, again, has all the qualities.
Mm-hmm.
Kick-ass fight scenes.
Sure.
Innovative fight scenes.
Yeah.
What more do you need from an action star than Keanu Reeves?
No, that's great. I'll give you another one of him too, John Wick. We just talked about that. So again, John Wick 4, as we said in the last segment, opens up this coming weekend. If you're listening to this now, it was this past weekend. When it first came, I didn't watch it in the theater because I remember thinking, I'm not getting Keanu Reeves in this killer. I'm like, what is this about? Is Keanu Reeves kicking? I'm like, I don't get it. I can't visualize it. I don't get it. And when I watched the first one, I was like, oh my God, this is fabulous.
Yeah.
His whole demeanor and the look, the long hair, the beard, the black suit.
He's a badass.
He is. Fantastic. And he does a lot of his own fighting scenes too. Oh yeah. Yeah. A lot of the hand-to-hand combat type stuff. I mean, that's a lot of that is him doing those types of things, which takes it to another level. So it's terrific.
I told you offline is that I went and I watched like the first 45 minutes to an hour of the first one.
Yeah.
And I was hooked. Mm-hmm. And then something came up. And I was working, so I had to, do stuff. And then I didn't get to go back. And I'm like, I got to make sure I go watch this. And I just, for some reason, just never got back to watch it.
Yeah.
But you say they're on HBO?
They were on HBO Max, the first 3. And again, it's a continuous story, each movie. Yeah. And the crux of this, the concept is so great. You killed my dog and took my car.
Right.
You will die.
Makes sense.
That's it. I'm coming after you.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, so I just said John Wick. Do you have another honorable mention?
I will get to one, but like I was looking at this website and they have some of these listed.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, shouldn't be on as an action movie.
Mm-hmm.
And B, why do they have it written as Harold Potter?
No.
Instead of Harry Potter, they have it written Harold Potter franchise.
No.
It's very strange.
Yeah, neither Harry nor Harold Potter is on this list. No.
Right.
No.
I mean, you could go any one of the Expendable movies. I mean, with the cast there. But I've never seen any of these movies, but you see so much about them, and you see so many commercials. And so many people have seen them because they made a shit ton of money. Fast and Furious. Like Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
They've done 10 of them. You know what I mean? So, I mean...
Amazing.
They keep making money.
I mean, think about that. It's like, next to, of all these franchises we're talking about here...
It's probably one of the highest grossing.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
But far as number of movies...
but
you have James Bond and Mission... And you have James Bond
Right.
and Fast and Furious. It's crazy.
You can't make 10 movies and not make a shit ton of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, that's kind of unfair to judge it by how much money it's made. Because
they're definitely popular characters.
I mean, that's true.
Something's happening. So we definitely had overlaps in honorable mention. I'll just mention I had Dirty Harry. I had Martin Riggs, Lethal Weapon.
Yep.
One you did not have, though, how about Jason Bourne? Now, you haven't watched these movies,
I haven't.
Matt Damon as Jason Bourne. again, that was another one where I like Matt Damon, great actor, but again, when those first came out, I'm like,
Do I buy him as an action star?
Yeah, and again, excuse me, like Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%. And now they have the series on, I think it's Amazon Prime, with John Krasinski playing Jason.
No.
That's something else?
No, he's playing Jack Ryan.
That's right, Jack Ryan. That's right. Got the characters mixed up. Anyway, the Bourne movies, Bourne Identity, so there's like 3 or 4 of these
Bourne
movies.
Ultimatum was one of them.
Great movies. Matt Damon's great. The storyline is interesting. Definitely worth checking out. So, Jason Bourne.
All right. I was watching this YouTube video, or it was TikTok, I think. And it was a video of like it was like somebody's back away from a restaurant counter, McDonald's counter, and their fight scene, right? And real life. And some lady throws a chair, and the employee behind the counter, just at the last second, fucking just grabs it and just in one motion just throws it to the side. And then it cuts to the guy in the Bourne movies, the one of the CIA guys. He goes, oh, "My God, that's Jason Bourne."
That's great.
So
I had to look that up.
Actually, I was just watching that today.
Yeah.
All right, one of these in here, yeah, Bourne's on here. Where was it? Oh yeah, Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, again,
Ethan Hunt is the character's name. He's on my honorable mention as well. Tom
Ethan
Cruise.
Hunt.
Yep. Yeah.
They're fun action movies, and like you said, does all the stunts.
Yeah.
They give you all of the ridiculousness that you want in an action movie.
I haven't watched the last couple.
I haven't either.
You had no particular reason other than I'm just like, eh. But
But when you do watch them, you're like, okay, this is entertaining.
It's entertaining. And Tom Cruise is great in that role.
Right.
Absolutely. Those movies would not continue on without Tom Cruise and his efforts.
As they shouldn't.
You know?
I mean, there's questions as they should with him in there. But, all right.
Not because of him, just because it's like, eh.
Just like the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Enough, okay?
Right. Right.
We get you like money. You're proving it.
Yeah.
Enough.
Absolutely. I got one more here for you.
All right, go ahead. Because I'm out. So this is it.
Ripley.
Yes.
The Alien movies.
Absolutely.
Sigourney Weaver. So, again, one of the earlier, I'm sure there's others as well, but one of the earlier huge female action stars, arguably.
Totally.
You know? From the original Alien, she was kind of, but she rose up, and obviously, then Alien 2 is a whole other level for that character.
When you're a kid,
Aliens, I should say, yeah.
When you're a kid, you have all of these movies that blend together timeline wise. You don't remember or whatever when you saw it, what you saw first. All I know is I have this memory of seeing Sigourney Weaver in Ghostbusters, and not being able to wrap my head around that it's the same badass from Alien.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And again,
acting,
of course, Alien came out first, but I don't think I saw Alien at the time.
Yeah,
we were in the age of VHS, and you rent and you see and you watch.
Sure.
But yeah, my little brain just was so confused the first time because I couldn't understand this same sweet woman who's flirting with Peter Venkman is, such a kick-ass alien killer. Yeah, it was very cool. She's amazing in that part, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they did one more with her. I know they kill her at the end, probably. I would guess.
Remember?
Seems like something they would do.
I can't remember now.
Okay.
I need to go back and rewatch those too. Yeah.
But all those movies couldn't have time travel and cloning and
you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah. So while you're talking about that, actors in general that's played these type of roles.
Okay.
Do you look at them different? Not. But do you look at them differently?
Good question.
It's like, is there some added...
Can one role change your perspective?
Yeah. Is it just not that they can't play other roles,
but you'll always see them as that.
Yeah, maybe it's always seen as that, or just are they just are you just a little extra excited
Okay.
to see them in something because they played such a kick-ass action character?
Sure. I mean, that's actually, isn't that the role, the actor's life of an action star? You want to be in that one role that kind of rolls you to the next, to the next, to the next. It's kind of what made Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
You start in Conan the Barbarian, but I mean, maybe not be the great, but for the time,
it was I loved
for the
him
time
in that
period, right? And then so you're excited.
It was like, wow.
And then you see him in Terminator, and it just keeps getting better. Terminator,
Yeah.
like, holy shit. And then you're seeing him in Running Man. You know what I mean? Like, and I know I'm skipping a lot of movies, but like, it just progresses. Same as Rocky, Sylvester Stallone. The only one that maybe defies that is Keanu Reeves. Who I just read an article, and what was the movie with Bigelow? She directed it. Where they're robbing the banks. It was
Point Break.
Point Break.
Yeah.
She wouldn't do the movie without him because she swore up and down she could make this guy an action star. He was known for Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
And all of these like different weird quirky move, funny. But she goes, I can make him an action star. And she kind of did. Like after Point Break, you go, oh yeah. And then Speed, holy shit.
That's right.
So yeah, I think one role in which was Point Break for him can make everybody see you in a different light and be excited for the next. Because there's the rumors now that Keanu Reeves is going to be in Marvel.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right, and he was just on promoting, John Wick. We talked about this on a prior episode there, but he helped create a comic book character, Berserker. I didn't know the name. I couldn't think of the name. Of course, we could look it up online, but Berserker, and they're going to make he said it on, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon this week. Netflix is going to make a Berserker movie. So
that's not Marvel though. That's
not Marvel.
That's a different comic book.
It's an independent comic line, but it's a superhero. It's like a demigod type superhero that Keanu Reeves is going to play, that he created. He's going to play it in this Netflix movie apparently. So that'll be interesting. But beyond that, give me him in the Marvel universe.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Give him anything at this point. I mean, he's proven himself.
Yeah.
Every one of these people on our list has proven themselves.
Yeah.
All right, from Bruce Willis to Sylvester Stallone, and all of these guys, everything that all of them have in common is not only they are doing action, but they can give you the drama.
Yeah.
They can give you a drama movie. And which ones? Bruce Willis has done comedy, some comedy. Harrison Ford, again. Watch that show.
Clint Eastwood has been in some. I mean, you take him, you could put him. It was Harry, but prior to that, he was the Man with No Name, the classic westerns. So then he certainly made a lot of dramatic roles since. You can argue that many of these actors and actresses, you're right, have gone on to give you other types of dramatic roles. And
speaking of, just to bring it, because you brought up Clint Eastwood, what was the name of the movie? He was he was Secret Service. John Malkovich was the guy trying to assassinate the president. Hold on. If you've never seen this movie.
Okay.
But who else do you have that fits that mold there?
Well, something else that fits the mold of it is it gives you a lot of excitement, right?
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of adrenaline, a lot of drama. Just kind of gets you, if I may say, charged up, right? Is an electric bike from one of our sponsors, the RPM Bike Shop. Let's just start right there. So,
absolutely,
RPM Bike Shop out of Carrollton, Ohio, family-owned business, quality electric bikes at an affordable price. You can find them on Facebook or give them a call at 330-808-7792. That website as well. Go check them out and bring some action into your life. Your miserable, boring life.
Can be fixed with an electric bike.
That's right.
All right, that movie, Clear and Present Danger.
Ah, yes, okay.
That was a great movie. Renee Zellweger. Not Renee.
Zellweger.
But it's not her. It was Renee Russo. And I know it was a Renee.
Okay. All right.
I couldn't pronounce the name because it wasn't her. My brain knew. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I'm not going to let you say it because she's not the one in the movie. Renee Russo.
Okay. All right.
So that's everybody I have. My honorable mentions, your honorable mentions. I think we did it. I think we saved the world.
I think we have.
Because we, my friend, are action stars.
Yes. That's right. That's right. I don't know if any of these movies won Oscars necessarily.
Maybe not. I don't think so.
Trying to think
Rocky.
about it. Rocky did.
Rocky.
That's right. We talked about that last week. Rocky won. Did win Best Picture.
Yep.
So we at least had one that won a golden statue. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm trying to find a way to work into a Golden Heart tattoo. Our final sponsor.
I thought you were just wanting to talk about Golden Head Dean.
Yes, that would have been it. That would have been better. That would have been better. No, I'm kidding. So, watching Golden Head Dean reminds me of our final sponsor, Golden Heart Tattoos. Very close by, like 5 minutes from here or so, in Norton.
It's walkable.
Ohio. It is. It's walkable if you have the time. Absolutely. So, maybe you want to get a tattoo of Han Solo, or the Bride, or something like that. I don't know. They could do that for you, I'm sure.
I'm actually going to see Scotty next weekend for WrestleMania.
Very excellent.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's going to come over and watch WrestleMania with me.
Good. They're bringing his tattoo gun, or
no? I don't think so. I think he's going to leave that at home and just bring some beer.
Okay. Well, that's all right too, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you can call Scott when he is working at 234-706-2982. Then work on all three of us.
That's right.
You can find them online, goldenhearttattoos.com.
Whole sleeve.
And on Facebook at Golden Heart Norton, Norton, on Facebook if you're in the Northeast Ohio area.
If you will.
That's right. Make yourself an action star.
Right.
Get yourself a tattoo.
Because with your just stupid skin that you have, you're nothing.
Too plain.
You put ink all over there, action star, guaranteed.
Right. Hides the white pastiness.
That's right.
Or flabbiness or whatever. Absolutely. Yeah.
Come on, your parents are already disappointed in you. Might as well give them a reason.
Or more reasons.
More reasons.
More
That's
besides listening or watching this.
So you're implying that their parents have a good reason why they're disappointed in them already. I would give them the benefit of the doubt.
The only parent who's not disappointed in anything around this is probably Jen.
That's true.
Yeah.
She has no reason.
Yeah. I'm not sure she's watching or listening that Nick's not on.
She's watching. She's watching.
Yeah. Maybe more intently.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She now can focus on her true, focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, Jen's pride and joy is not here.
Yep.
To give us the outro. So we're just going to remind people.
Sure.
Where we could be found and heard. So you might be listening to us.
Maybe we can do a tag team. We'll go back and forth. See.
Yeah.
Let's see what I can remember here.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. Well, let's start there.
All right.
So where can we be heard?
In Jen's closet when nobody's looking.
Sure.
No, that's not right.
Well, it's partially right.
Facebook. You can find us on Facebook.
Absolutely. At Convincing Getting, we found on Facebook. We can also be found on YouTube.
That's right. You can find us on Twitter. Convincing Idiots. There's an S on there because an idiot put put it together and messed it up. So
No, there's no S, actually. At
There's no
Convincing
S.
Idiot.
and an idiot's telling you. Whatever.
Instagram.
Yep. TikTok.
We're on TikTok as well. Find us at Convincing Idiots on TikTok. It's really Convincing Idiots really about everywhere you look. Podcast.
On your Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcast, Google, Spotify.
Pandora.
I don't know about Pandora.
Okay.
We're on Amazon Music.
This is why I don't do
That's right.
the outro.
We're on Amazon Music.
That's right.
Yep. About anywhere you listen to podcasts. If you have a smart speaker, you can also ask it to play the Convincing Idiots podcast, and she will do that for you.
You could ask that Google AI. I
could.
guarantee you they're going to find us.
Absolutely. That's right.
Bosco Media. I know that.
That's right. Bosco Media.
Along with It Came from Gen X.
That's right.
Those fellas are on there too.
Exactly right.
Handsome fellas, if you ask me.
That's right. And all show information, again, can be found on our Linktree page. Just Google Linktree.
Tree of links.
Convincing Idiots, and all of our stuff will be there for you. And our website.
At Convincing Idiots at Google. Right.
Convincing Idiots.
WordPress. Isn't it?
That's a WordPress one.
WordPress. Okay. See.
ConvincingIdiots.wordpress.com.
Yes.
That's all right. That's all right.
Do you think he has it written down? He probably did at the beginning. Now he just has a better memory.
He just knows it. Yeah. By now. Yeah.
Like, I don't have the memory.
Yeah.
Do you realize how many brain cells I've killed? I don't remember.
Just shooting this podcast alone for 134 episodes.
That's
just
right.
Many brain cells have been killed amongst the three of us.
That's true. That is true.
That's a long time. That's a long time.
Well, but we do it for the love of the game and the love of the fans. So
That's
we
right.
do thank you.
That's right. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. For Convincing Idiots, I am Gen X Brian.
I am the Zennial Dean.
And if we convinced you to kick ass and come back and listen to next week's episode.
Hey, Dean with Convincing Idiots. Brian and Nick here. Like and subscribe.
Ham gravy.
3.
On this week of Convincing Idiots, episode number 134, we give you some proper adult conversation. We don't have the youthful children, millennials joining us this evening. So we give you some proper adult, sophisticated conversation.
Did you say fisting?
What the fuck did I say?